guys, assalamu alaikum, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Rayya. I focus on modest fashion, lifestyle, and beauty content. So if you are interested in those topics, do not forget to click that subscribe button down below. Also, if you do enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, alright? So today's video is going to be about how I edit my videos and photos for Instagram, YouTube, wherever I post my content, and as well as the equipment that I use to film and shoot my photos, okay? I get a lot of questions about this. I do have a highlight on my Instagram about some of the equipment that I do use, but just to make a very detailed video for you guys, that's what I wanted to do. So here it is, alright? For the first portion of this video, I'm going to be talking about the equipment that I use because that is the number one question that I do get asked. I think it's very important, to be honest, you guys, to invest in yourself, not in the first, when you're first starting out. You can use your iPhone, you can use your phone, because I believe that iPhones and other phones definitely have great quality for pictures and video. It's just that for me personally, I love the look of a mirrorless DSLR cameras, just that quality. It just boosts everything up, in my opinion. I love that. Some people rather phone quality, so it's really up to you, but I personally believe that you just invested in yourself, whatever that means to you, whatever you want to do is very important. So a lot of this stuff, I may not have had it a year ago, but now I'm like, okay, I've had the cheaper stuff, let me upgrade, and it has made a difference, to be really honest with you guys. So firstly, we have this backdrop. So this backdrop I just purchased not too long ago, maybe a month ago, off of Amazon. It's fairly cheap, honestly. I think it's about $40. I'll put the price up here somewhere on the screen. And let me tell you guys something. This is like the best investment that I made because it has helped me so much. So in this space that I'm in right now, I like to shoot on white walls. I just think it's like a neutral background, and it just like makes you stand out because it's just a blank, background. So I personally love this backdrop, because the walls in this house, there's no white walls except for in my room, and honestly it's like really small, so I can't really have like my camera, my lights everywhere, so it's better that I had this. And then what I did was I got a lot of backdrops from the fabric store. So I went and I got two and a half yards. I think I only got 2 yards actually. I should have got 3 so it could be really long. I would say get 3 or 4 yards or 5 yards even of fabric. So let's say you want to do a shoot where you're sitting on the ground. So the fabric can go from all the way up there, travel down to the floor, and you can be like sitting down in the same type of fabric. I would recommend that. So I got colors like white, pink, I have a mint green, a gold. So just to really like switch it up sometimes for my pictures on Instagram. So I would highly recommend it. And I also got these clamps. So when you have like a backdrop and then you have fabric or paper or sheet of paper, you also need clamps so you can hold it up onto the backdrop. So that's very important. And these clamps are like $9, so they were pretty cheap too. And I think that this really has changed the game for me. Everyone's always asking, oh, like, how do you take these pictures? Like, oh, where do you get the fabric, the backdrop? And this is literally fabric. Okay, I think this is like satin polyester. It's really nice. It just like has this glow to it. I personally really love it. So I would recommend you getting a backdrop if you have enough space in your home or wherever to get it. I would recommend, highly recommend, to get a backdrop. Okay, so for the next one, I would say it was the tripod that I'm using. So I originally had a tripod, but it like broke down, honestly. Not the best tripod, but I did have it for a minute, so I can't even say that it didn't last me for a long time. It lasted me for a long time, but the problem was it was very short. It didn't go tall. So let's say I wanted to stand up and take a picture. Like, I would literally have to put the tripod super far back in order to get my full body. And that was like annoying for me. Nobody wants to be outside or somewhere else and then your camera all the way over there, but you all the way back there. Like, nah, it's hard, okay? So I did get this tripod, and it actually comes with a phone, I guess you could say adapter, so you can like hook your phone up to the tripod if you want to do a video or something. It also has a Bluetooth remote, so let's say I want to take pictures, you can just snap, even though I don't really need that because my Canon does have Wi-Fi, so I can just take pictures on my phone and use that as a remote. And then, but it also goes up to, I believe, like 85 inches tall. If I'm wrong, I'm gonna put how tall it is, and literally so good. Okay, guys, so good. I love it. I love that it goes so tall because, like I said again, you don't have to move so far back. You can literally adjust it. If you're standing up, it can go that high because I'm only 5'7", so that's good enough for me, to be honest. So yeah, I would recommend getting a tall tripod. Very much so. Tall tripod. They have ones that honestly could flip upside down. I would invest in that. I thought this one did that, but it didn't. But it's okay. It's alright. Okay. So third, I got this mic. I think it's called Comica. I think. Yeah, that's what it's called. It's a very cheap mic, actually. This one I honestly did not spend a lot of money on because I already had spent a lot of money on other stuff. So I was like, I just need a mic right now. If it does not work out, then I'll invest in a more expensive mic, in that one that's, you know, highly rated and everyone recommends. But right now, I feel like it works. Y'all hear me? Hello. You hear me? Okay. It works. So I'm going to just keep it to where it's at. And yeah, invest in a mic. I personally do not like hearing the so much, because if you don't have a mic, you hear all the and outside in your rooms, and you know, when you have a mic, it's more direct and you can hear your voice very much clearly. And I feel like a lot of times audio plays a very big role in like people listening to your videos and staying longer because they're like, oh, this is good audio, I can really hear her, instead of the background noise being so loud and it's annoying. It's very distracting. So I would definitely say invest in a mic. Okay, this one I believe is really good. I think it was super cheap too. So yeah, I mean, you heard about like the Rode mic. I haven't invested in that yet, but I may, if this one breaks down, I may just, because this is like my third mic. I'm not even gonna hold you, and all of them was cheap. And this is what I'm talking about, like, you know, investing in yourself and definitely getting quality equipment. That's very important. All right, so next, I personally love to use natural lighting. This is what I'm using right now. Okay, the natural lighting. It's snowing outside, so it's definitely more bright because of the snow on the ground. But yeah, I love using natural light now. Before, I used to use my ring light. But if, like, let's say that I'm going to be shooting at night, because a lot of times I wake up mad late. I'm trying to work on that. Wake up mad late, and so I'm going to have to use my lights because obviously there's no sunlight anymore. So I bought these new lights. They're called the Neewer, whatever it's called, Neewer. Those lights, I bought them. And I actually got it from a YouTuber, blogger, Naturally Sunny, and her quality is always so bomb, and she recommended these lights, so I bought these lights. These lights are pretty expensive. They're like $200. But I really love the quality. I'm going to show you some pictures that I took with those lights, and the quality, and that's only me using one light, okay? I have yet to use it for my videos, but we can try it right now. I don't see nothing wrong with that. So I'm going to try to use it with the lights, and let me show you guys how that looks. Alright, so this is actually the video with the Neewer lights. I have both of them up right now, and okay, I have to actually adjust it. I don't know what's good or what's not right now, but these lights go brighter than this. And if you see these lights, they are bright, honey. And I actually really like the quality. You see? Okay, I'll see it. The reason I really like these lights also is because they have these, what do you call it? These shutters, I don't know, where you can close the light, so you can literally adjust how much light is coming in, the direction of the light, how it's coming in. So that's cool. Also, you can have, there's a dimmer on it, so you can have like kind of natural sunlight where it's like a little yellow look to it, a yellow tint to it, or just white. So yeah, and it goes bright. Them lights are bright, okay? Hurting my eyes. But I think they're a really good investment, honestly. And it comes with this little bag that you can, you know, it's portable, so you can carry it around. That's super cool. I think your lighting is very important when it comes to videos, because if your light is like dim and like nobody can see you or not good quality, people are gonna be like, I don't like this. I don't want to watch it. The quality is doo-doo. I know that's me. Like, a lot of times if the quality is like a little off, I'd be like, I don't really want to watch this. So I think investing in good lighting is super important. So I'm glad that I got those lights. If you have bomb lighting like this right here, use your natural lighting, sis. I love natural lighting. Like, I feel like ain't nothing beating natural lighting. Period. So this is a question that I get asked so much, okay? And I love giving people information. I love telling people I'm not scared to be like, yeah, this is where I got something from. Because at the same time, like, everybody needs a little push, you know? Sometimes I do believe that you should do your own research because I've done my own research. But, you know, if I can help you out a little bit, I'll help you out, sis. I got you. You feel me? All right. So this camera that I'm filming on is a Canon EOS RP. I love this camera. The quality is mwah. I think people, which I've learned too, is that people really care about the cameras, and a lot of times it's the lens that is so important, because this camera is fire, right? But when I first started, I didn't have this lens, but this lens is rented. I'm saving up to get this lens, okay, because it's fire, all right? But when I first started, I had the 50mm EF lens, okay? EF lens mount does not fit on this camera. It's only compatible with the RF, so I had to get an adapter. If you see the difference between the RF, this lens, and the EF, I'm going to show you guys the difference so you guys get it. So this is how it looks with the 50mm EF 1.8 lens, and you see the difference in the quality. If you don't, I do. Okay, it may not be humongous, but you can see the difference in the quality. I definitely see the difference in quality when I'm shooting pictures. I feel like the video may be closer to the quality, but when I'm shooting pictures, the quality is literally so far off. Like the other lens, the 50mm f1.2 RF lens is way better than this one. I love my EOS RP. I definitely recommend it's only like $1,100, which is quite cheap for a mirrorless camera, to be honest with you. Really cheap. Now, the bigger sister to this one is the EOS R, which is better quality. I think it is better, but I mean, it's not to the point where it's like, oh my gosh, you have to get this instead of this one. Listen, I had the money for the EOS RP, and I paid for the EOS RP, honey, okay? I wanted the EOS R, but I was like, it is what it is. I literally only use like 3 apps to edit my videos, my photos. I don't want to smooth out my face. Let the pimples show. People break out every day. People get pimples. That's a normal part of life. And I'm not trying to look like a fake person. Like, I really still want my pictures to look natural. You know what I mean? I don't like when it's like smoothed out in your face. It's just, no, I don't like those pictures like that. So, you will not catch me smoothing on my face or anything like that. Now, if I got a little bugger, that's different. That's disappearing. Or if I got a stain on my shirt, that's different. But like for pimples and stuff, nah, sis. Let's start with video, okay? So for video, I use the app InShot. And so InShot is super good for cutting up your clips. It has transitions. It has text. It's good for everything, okay? I personally love, that's my sister. I personally love InShot. Another app that I use is called Tezza. And Tezza has this amazing feature where it's stop motion. And so I'm going to show you guys what stop motion looks like with and without the stop motion. Okay? Let me go to edit. So I went and I edited with Vintage 3. I don't know. Every video has something different for me. So yeah, I just go through the edits and see which one I like. So in Tezza, you go to the 4th one. And you see how right there it says stop motion. I go to stop motion. That's what makes it look slower. So I'm going to show you guys without the stop motion first. You see how it's just normal. Nothing crazy. When you click stop motion, it gets slower. I feel like it just tells the story more. I just like the aesthetic of it all. I love how it looks. So that's why I use stop motion in. But also, I like the vintage film, which gives it those specks. You see how the specks? I can show you without the filter, and then with the filter. And then that's where the specks come from, in that vintage film. But what's to go to Lightroom, right? And I think this photo's already edited, so that makes no sense. But, yeah. You know, Lightroom is really for, I feel like, small touches. Also, it could be big touches, too, because Lightroom has presets here that I used to use all the time. I used to use Vintage Instant. The reason why I went over to Tezza, too, because if I do a preset, right, and I put on the preset, I could lower the amount of, like, you know, because sometimes it's very harsh, and I don't like that. So I'll lower it a little bit, lower the preset so it's not so harsh. But yeah, like Lightroom has the effects. It has the grain effect if you like that kind of effect on it. Your pictures. I love to sharpen all my pictures. Warming. I always warm my pictures as well. I like the way that looks. I feel like I never have a set preset for all my photos. I feel like every photo has a different vibe, and I always like will go through different presets, go through different edits to see how I like my pictures. That's just how I am. I just don't like. Well, I love when people have like a themed feed and everything looks so cohesive, but I personally think every picture has a different vibe, so I just can't post one preset on any picture. That's just how I feel. So I think for me it's a matter of seeing what you like and editing and trying it. Lightroom is not a free app. I do pay for Lightroom, Adobe every month. Alright, y'all, so that is the ending of this video. I hope it was informative for you guys. Remember, guys, invest in yourself. It doesn't always mean money, you know. It can mean invest more time into your content, more planning, being more consistent, all of that. You know what I mean? And I feel like it will show in the long run how hard you work. Your dreams will come true. The things that you're working towards will come true, and all of that. If you just work towards your goals every day, being consistent, I promise you it will work out. If you guys like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and click that subscribe button down below. That is all I have for you guys today. See you guys in my next video. Assalamu alaikum.